Super Metroid. So, yeah, we were talking about Captain N last time on the show, and there's actually more. So yeah, so the whole thing with a Nintendo, I guess Nintendo based, because I guess at that point, Capcom was pretty much only doing Nintendo stuff.
Yeah.
Considering there was no other competitor. This was back when Sega Genesis was a thing, you know?
Yeah.
Back when Genesis does what Nintendo don't. Have you seen that?
But Nintendo took off and is still here. What happened to Sega?
Sega had to pull out of the console business.
Oh.
But yeah, so good for them.
No, quite the opposite.
But yeah, and then Nintendo ended up crafting their.
That we don't have to suffer through another Sonic game.
No, they still make Sonic games.
Oh.
You forget, you're talking to a guy who actually likes Sonic.
I mean,
Or at least I used to be a huge fan of Sonic.
I don't dislike Sonic. It's just like I've heard their track record is not great. Like for every good game, there's quite a few stinkers.
I'll give it this though, in terms of relating with their fans, Sega is like a lot better than Nintendo.
Well, yeah, you know they had to learn that their actions have consequences. You freaking freaks from Sonic!
Did you hear he's back?
What, Sammy?
Yeah, he made a new video.
Oh, that's great!
Right? The king has returned.
He's like all grown up now.
Door's closed. Ah! Oh god! Joe, you seeing this? Milk. Did you see the episode? It came out.
Yeah. Also, so I wasn't crazy.
No, it was Pizza Goblin.
Yeah, I was like, I thought I mentioned the Pizza Goblin.
Yeah, you did.
I think the premise was that, like, I was talking about how I wasn't a fan of fancy pizza. Like, I like the junk food pizza.
Yeah, yeah.
I was like, I can eat that anytime.
Joey, his head's off. His head's off, Joey.
Yeah, I'm like, I can eat that off the floor. I can eat that out of the garbage can. I'd like to believe that the Pizza Goblin
Ruh-oh, Raggy.
Sorry, Joey.exe stopped working there for a moment.
Huh. So anywho, we beat the Chorizo statue and we got bombs.
You got bombs?
I got bombs.
Eric, you are the bomb.
I am, aren't I?
Just can't handle his explosive personality.
Something about bomb, like so many bomb things recently. Like we played the Plague Knight thing, and now we have bombs.
Yeah.
Yeah, a lot of bombs.
Gotta drop bombs into them, man.
We do, don't we? Now I'm gonna go down here to try and get that thing that I couldn't get yet. But yeah. You know what I find the most hilarious thing about Captain N?
Yeah.
The fact they didn't use Mario or Zelda or Metroid.
Huh.
Like, I think Samus made like a cameo in the apparently there's a comic. And I guess both Samus and Ridley made an appearance in that. And this was back before.
Hold on. Like, Metroid, I can kind of see. Zelda, a little less, but sure. Why didn't they use Mario, their poster boy?
Yeah, Mario's their guy, man. Which actually, that was actually one of the things that people were shocked about when Mario and Rabbids came out. It's like, you know, Nintendo doesn't really... They're not super lax with their properties. And
yeah, when that game came out, I was like, I was confused just because I was like, is there crossover appeal between Rabbids fans and I mean, I guess Mario fans are just everybody, but
I can't think of anyone who dislikes Mario.
I mean, wasn't like Mario World, like Super Mario World 3 or something, was not well liked?
What?
There was some Mario game that was was like subpar.
People
Like,
find there was Hotel Mario, which was pretty bad.
I've never heard of that. But I'd love to.
It was one of those CDI games they made with Intellivision. You know that they sacrificed the deal with Sony, and instead they went with Intellivision and ended up making their own worst rival.
Huh.
Yeah.
Well, actually, you know, I wanted to bring up a little factoid last time, but I never got around to it. I was going through the mall, and let me see if I can find it here. There it is. They had a little info, like a little fun factoid of the day thing up on their screens called a piece of history.
Huh.
And it said they had some console on there, and they said this Nintendo PlayStation sold for $360,000 at auction. It's reported that only 200 prototypes of the console were made circa 1992, and this is the only one known to exist in the world.
Really?
Yeah.
Wow.
So, immediately I'm like, what the hell is a Nintendo PlayStation?
It was initially supposed to be like a CD add-on for the N64.
Yeah.
And they were working with Sony in order to make it. However, they broke off their deal with Sony at the frickin' convention to like pursue something with Intellivision. I think it was Intellivision, anyways. And yeah, Sony was pissed about that. So they're like, you know what? Screw them. We're gonna make our own game console. And look where they are now.
And thus the PlayStation was born?
Yes. And I don't know what the deal was with Microsoft. Maybe Bill Gates got bored one day. He's like, I'm gonna make video games.
But well, it's just like I know you don't really care. I mean, neither do I. But my dad's a big car nut.
Yeah.
And
Oh, I know.
Yeah. And I guess there was an instance similar to that with I guess Ford tried to purchase Ferrari.
Okay.
I believe, and the guy in charge, I want to say his name was Enzo Ferrari, because I believe his son was Dino. I don't remember.
He was the dinosaur?
I thought that they named a car after his son, but it like wasn't like I don't know.
It wasn't a good car.
But basically, they tried to purchase Ferrari, and Ferrari didn't like the deal, so he basically told them to,
To F off.
yeah, basically. and so then Ford was like, well, you know what? Well, then we're just gonna, some big race. I forgot whether it was Le Mans or something like that.
Uh-huh.
But geez, what's the word? Formula One racing, I believe. Where they basically, Ford was like, all right, well, then we're just gonna build a car to beat you, After quite a few attempts, they end up doing just that. But they're both interesting guys. Like I guess the same kind of thing happened with I think Lamborghini, like that started because like some tractor builder wanted to build a better car than a Ferrari.
Huh.
And like Ford was like, from what I hear, he was kind of a nasty dude. Like he would just I guess his son built a brand new car for him, and he basically came home and said, you don't build cars when I'm not around, and tore it apart by hand.
Wow. What a dick.
But yeah, that's your little
Didn't they make a movie about, like, was Ford v Ferrari about that?
Yeah, what I was talking about earlier, yeah.
Huh. Interesting.
But,
yeah, actually,
yeah.
speaking of companies making huge mistakes, so I mentioned earlier that Nintendo's not really, like, so there's a divide between Sega and Nintendo when it comes to fan games.
Yeah.
Sega hires people that make the fan games, and yeah, they now make Sonic games. For instance, Sega hired there's actually a ROM hack community for Sonic, and Sega hires the people that do it, and then they make Sonic games, like Sonic Mania. That was made by a fan.
That's actually kind of cool.
Right? However, on the other hand, Nintendo, like, just destroys fan projects as fast as they can.
Oh.
Yeah.
That's less cool.
For instance, on topic, Metroid, another AM2R. You ever heard of it?
I have not.
It's another Metroid 2 remake. That's what it's called. So, Metroid 2 was on the Game Boy, and it's considered to be a fairly big part of the Metroid canon, because that's where the baby Metroid comes from.
Yeah.
Which, you know, basically they reference it in, like, almost every other Metroid game.
Oh, is that the base grappler things?
I mean, they don't, kind of.
Oh, alright.
But yeah, so, you know, with with a game that important being locked behind decades-old software, a fan wanted to try and remake it. And after it was online for like an hour before it got just annihilated by Nintendo.
That's a shame.
That is. But it was online, so Nintendo cannot stop people from re-uploading it.
For an hour, it was there.
But yeah, there was a similar thing with Pokemon Uranium, where it was a fully made fan game with like 100 original Pokemon. Nintendo pulled the plug on it.
Dude, we should get like some of those I don't know if they're ROM hacks, but like the I can't think of them. I know there's like Pokemon 3D Black or something.
Oh, I've heard of that. Yeah, it's a ROM hack.
Yeah, and like there's the Lavender Town one.
Oh yeah, Hypno's Lullaby or whatever it is.
Yeah. I'd like to play those.
Oh yeah, totally. If I could like find a way to record off my computer, then yeah, sure, I'd be down.
That or like Sonic.exe.
What's that?
You ever seen that?
I don't think so.
That was like one of like the big .exe games like to come out, because like it's basically just like so you know the Green Hill Zone level.
Yeah.
Stage in Sonic.
Oh yeah. Who doesn't know that one?
Yeah.
Sega won't let us forget.
But basically, you're running through there, and like a whole bunch of weird shit happens.
Yeah.
Like, yeah, it's. I mean, the graphics suck, but.
Yeah, I'd be much more inclined to play like AM2R or Pokemon Uranium, just 'cause I've never tried those ones before.
Yeah.
Oh, cool! I got the Charge Beam.
I was like really into like the Pokemon creepypastas for a while.
I remember that. Yeah.
Yeah, like what's it called? Where like they would find this quote unquote lost Pokemon game, and I'm like, yeah, sure you did.
Yeah.
Like this Pokemon game just showed up in my dumpster one day, and so I thought I'd play it.
I was dumpster diving, so I thought I'd play it.
I ran into the pizza goblin.
And he handed me this game. Is that gonna be our new thing, the Pizza Goblin?
The pizza goblin. I don't know about at least it's mine. I'm vibing on the pizza goblin.
You're vibing the Pizza Goblin? I can dig with the pizza goblin. Oh man, I like that.
But yeah, that was back when I watched a ton of J-Wits.
Yeah.
You've been
I've been doing that.
yeah.
Yeah. I think I told you I actually got the board game he was talking about, the Pokemon Master Trainer.
Remind me to send you a picture after this. I was talking with Eric on the phone, and I'm just, he's saying I'm really interested in this board game. Like it's an old Pokemon board game from the '90s, and I'm like, oh, okay, that sounds cool. And as he's explaining, I'm like,
fuck.
Sounds super familiar. And then I'm like, oh yeah, because I have it. And like, I picked it up at a garage sale like years back. And I swear to God, I played it with you at some point.
I don't remember. I remember the Boosters having it, but like, I don't remember you having it.
But
and that's gonna be all the time we have for today, folks.
Yeah.
All right. We will see you guys next time.